Good day, everyone. We hope your day has been going well so far. Thank you for joining us this morning, and hope you're doing well. Welcome to Stephanie, Sharon, Doint. I know Stephanie sometimes join us. Welcome back, Steph. And for those, if you're new or if you've joined us before, thanks for joining us again. Today, we're looking at gearing up for the 2022 Esri User Conference, the largest annual GIS summit. So you guys are all GIS fans, and this is the largest summit. They're going back to California this year. After 2 years of the pandemic, everything was all virtual. They're live and in person again this year in San Diego. I want to share some about that. They'll also be doing, you also can get virtual access, which Lionel will talk about later today. Who is our presenter? Mr. Lionel Grant. He's our GIS solutions specialist at Spatial Innovation. And I am Matthew Webster, as usual, Vice President of the Corporate Services Division and the session's moderator. So as I was mentioning before, Lionel will update you on the upcoming user conference, guide you on how to sign up if it is that you're doing virtual or in person, and additionally talk about the benefits of the Esri maintenance program. As usual, if you have any questions during the presentation, you may use the raise hand function or the Q&A feature, and we'll get to those questions, or even in the comment box, and we'll get to those accordingly. And at this time, I'm going to hand over to Lionel and have him present. Lionel?
Hi, Matthew.
Morning, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, good day to everyone joining us and those who will join us as we go on. As was mentioned earlier by Matthew, my name is Lionel Grant, and I am GIS Solutions Specialist here at Spatial Innovation Limited, Jamaica. I want to welcome you to the 6th in our webinar series for the year 2022, entitled Gearing Up for the 2022 Esri User Conference. Under the theme, GIS Mapping Common Ground. So for today's agenda, we will be talking about the Esri User Conference, what it is, registration details, and I'll walk you through registration. We'll talk about health and safety requirements and just some activities, not exhaustive, but some of the activities that would be engaged in during this conference. And then I'll just walk you through the website on how to get registered, etc. All right, so the Esri User Conference. Some, maybe most of you would already know, but just to run through what it really is, as was mentioned by Matthew earlier, it's the largest GIS conference, and it's held annually, hosted by our upstream partner, Esri. We are very much excited to announce, as was mentioned earlier by Matthew Webster, that the conference returns to an in-person event in San Diego, California. And I'm much excited about that as well. For the past 2 years, we've been really attending this conference virtually, with the first virtual conference being held back in 2020, a response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Still, the event preserved pretty much most of the valuable aspects of the conference and expanded its benefits to people around the world that may not be able to attend in person, but was able to still connect with the conference virtually, as opposed to a face-to-face event in light of the challenge that we have been having for these years. After 2 years in a virtual format, the conference's plenary session, and we'll talk about that momentarily, is returning to the stage on Monday, July 11th, 2022 at the San Diego Convention Center. And it's a time where you can join thousands of persons who are GIS professionals, etc. Just about everyone, even children are able to attend as well. And during this plenary session, Jack Dangermond, the president of Esri, will be talking during the session, leading the session pretty much, and we get to join him as he shares his vision of the future of GIS and explore the conference theme, Mapping Common Ground. For all guests online who I believe will be in attendance, as attendees, you will get to learn, reconnect, and discover the latest advancement in ArcGIS technology right there in San Diego. Join the thousands of users like yourselves around the globe who are looking to be intrigued, inspired, informed of how to leverage the ArcGIS technology to modernize workflow. Additionally, attendees would get to discover how users are already leveraging GIS capabilities to solve problems, create shared understanding, and, as the theme says, map common ground. In participating in the Esri User Conference, one can expect a very exciting opportunity to engage in watching demonstrations, yes, of the latest GIS technology, geospatial technology, that is, and explore maps that inform, that educate, and connect us in profoundly human ways. Get inspired by the success stories of your peers across the world and how GIS enables them to map common ground. And you may have the question, well, how can I participate in this? After all, it's just said, all that was just said. I can only imagine that some of you might be asking yourselves, how can I participate in this event? Some of you already would have perhaps taken steps toward attending, and our team here at Spatial Innovision Limited has been sending out notifications to customers in our mailing list as we are trying to welcome as much persons as possible to join the conference, tell your friends, and tell them to tell their friends, so that everybody can get to be introduced to ArcGIS, or those who are already working with ArcGIS can see the latest developments in the technology. We welcome everyone to register who have not done so as yet. And we commend those here who have already registered. And we ask that those who are in the process of registering hasten their registration. Additionally, here at Spatial Innovision Limited, we are pleased and much obliged to help you with the registration process. I will walk you through registration momentarily through the Esri User Conference's website so you can get set up with your registration. On my screen, you're able to see listed things of what you would need to be able to register or to attend the conference. The first thing to highlight is the proof of vaccination. And this is for those who will be attending the conference in person, right there physically in San Diego, California. You would need proof of vaccination. And I'll speak further to that momentarily. Secondly, you have to be an Esri customer, a customer of ArcGIS. And that is not a difficult process. As your distributor, Spatial Innovision Limited, we are much obliged to assist you in this very easy process if you're not yet a customer. And if you're already a customer, please note that conference admission is complementary to your maintenance. As what Matthew had mentioned earlier, ArcGIS maintenance plays a key part in being able to attend the conference. Once you are current on your maintenance, we can help you with this. If you're not current, then you can give us a call or connect with us and we can help you to get back on maintenance, at least at the minimum. Be an Esri customer. You would need your customer number, or otherwise called your end user number. If you know that, or if you don't, of course, we can help you to find what that number is. Maintenance, as I mentioned, gives you complimentary access to myriads of the conference activities. So I advise all viewers to get connected with get your maintenance up to date if it's not done so, if you're not current on maintenance rather. So be current on your maintenance. If you're not yet a customer of ArcGIS, of ours, you can still be able to access the conference, as we can help you in getting set up, if needs be, with a public account or a free account. This we can help you through, and I'll walk you through what that involves momentarily as well. Creating a public account is very easy. All you would need is an email address, and you just fill out some personal information, and this I will show you in a short while. For those who want to attend the conference as students, we'll need some kind of proof of enrollment, and I'll show you an email address that this should be sent to shortly. That persons can upload whatever. It could be a transcript, it could be a photo ID of your school ID, it could be a photo of your school ID rather. So the conference can at least know that this person is a student and have confirmation that this is so. There may be questions here as to, this is a mass gathering event and thousands of persons, above 20,000 persons are in attendance to this conference annually in person, right there at the convention center. Will I be safe with what is happening in the world? I have questions about my health, and those are very important questions to have. No. You may have these questions about the mass gatherings and the COVID situation, concerns that attendees would probably want to think about. I am much pleased to report, at least, that the conference has the safety of all attendees at heart. Therefore, all attendees, including, of course, us as distributors here at Spatial and other distributors across the globe, exhibitors, presenters, and even Esri employees as well, at this event must verify that they have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. And what do I mean by being fully vaccinated? This means that a person is considered fully vaccinated 14 days after receiving either of the vaccines listed on my screen. So if you are taking a 2-dose vaccine, you will need the second dose. And if there are some single-dose vaccines, of course, here that can be used as well. Johnson & Johnson's a single, etc. AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Moderna for the 2-dosage vaccines. 14 days after a person is considered fully vaccinated. During the conference, additionally, Esri commits, and the conference commits to protect the health and safety of all attendees. As such, Esri will be guided by the established protocols of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, that's the CDC, widely known, and the World Health Organization. And of course, other local health authorities with respect to mass gatherings. How does one really verify proof of vaccination? This will be done by use of the Clear app, and I'll speak to that shortly. All persons interested in attending the conference in person can view the Health and Safety Hub on the Esri UC's website to view any change in information as guided by the CDC and WHO, or whatever updates as it regards to health and safety. The Clear app. All right, so the Clear app is a third-party application for vaccination verification. All attendees at this event must verify that they have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Esri supports the use of the Clear Health Pass with the Clear app to verify vaccination. If you are unable to download and use Clear Health Pass as verification, you can provide your proof of vaccination on site for manual screening at the Health Pass help desk. So for persons who are unable to upload their vaccination through the Clear app, this can be done on site at San Diego Convention Center. Because I have tried using the Clear app and I'm seeing where it's not available for my country. I've taken a screenshot here. So you can see on screen, I'm unable to upload proof of vaccination to the Clear app. I've already sent an email to CONFREGIS at esri.com. That's CONFREGIS at esri.com on screen. I've already sent an email to them to check to see if this is something available to persons within our distributorship that's within the English-speaking Caribbean. So I'm waiting on that email, and we'll update you once we have a response from the Esri User Conferences team. So we'll notify you upon receipt of further information. Otherwise, if you are attending in person, you could just present your proof of vaccination when you arrive at the help desk. But this app is available in your App Store or your Google Play Store. Of course, as I mentioned, I'm unable to download right now because it's not available in my country based on the warning message I'm receiving. I've already sent an email, and as I mentioned, we will update you upon receipt of further information.
Lionel, before you go to the next slide, I have a question for you. So Elton Sampson is asking, he says that he has maintenance and has applied for the complimentary access. He's asking you to expand on the unique email address. Is this the email address associated with his account, or is it something else?
All right, so let me get back to that slide. So the email address that he would use would be the email address that he would have used when he was signing up for the account.
Okay, all right, Mr. Sampson is online, so he would have heard it. All right, you can continue.
Okay. But when I will walk through further, and if there are any further questions, then I could deal with that when I'm going through the demonstration to the website. So what are the different kinds of registration options available? Because we dealt with the in-person option previously, really because of the health concerns that persons may have, just to show you that we do have your health at heart. The others are, you could register for digital access, or you could register for the plenary only. The digital access registration is complimentary if you are current on your maintenance plan or subscription. You also get access to the plenary session, technical workshop, live streams, and these technical workshops are very, very advantageous, very useful, and specific to whatever industries you are representing, and also get a feel of use of the ArcGIS technology of your interest, and ask whatever questions you may have that relates to your organization. Of course, to register for digital access, you won't be at the conference in person, so you will have the recordings available to you at sometime in August, and this will be announced. You could register for the plenary session only at no cost, and this could be done with a public account. The registration for digital access gives you more than the plenary, to include technical workshops, demonstration, plenary sessions. You could access those if you are a customer current on maintenance. If you are not on maintenance, you can give us a call and we can help you to get back on maintenance, at least at the minimum, to access this option. Otherwise, you could choose to register for the plenary sessions only and watch the live stream. With a public account, you could do this. The third option listed here as first, which I saved for last because I've already discussed some parts of it in relation to health and safety, is to attend in person. And attending in person would have all the benefits that are available if you register for the plenary only, and if you register for digital access, and more. As you see here, to participate in person is a longer list, and this list, of course, is not exhaustive. The plenary sessions, the technical workshops, the expo, and the map gallery is a must-see to see all the work that have been done by your peers across the world with respect to whatever industry they are representing, whether utilities, some areas of national government, environmental preservation, natural resources, environmental resource management, disaster management, just to name a few of the myriads of industries to which ArcGIS caters for and helps to modernize workflows within these sectors. Health and fitness, the Thursday night party, networking, and also training opportunities. And you get to ask developers of the technology questions that you may have, find out firsthand the latest development to the software. Of course, you would want to also plan your schedule because there are so many sessions that you can attend. You want to plan ahead. You want to make use of the Esri Events application. Once you're there, to pick the sessions that you want, and it would then sync in the app, and you would be notified when these sessions are running, and also if there are other sessions. If just in case you have a conflict between two sessions, there are so many options. You might have a session being done in the morning and it will be repeated sometime in the afternoon, etc. So you can plan accordingly. You can visit the detailed agenda page to see which sessions will be streamed live. And I'll show you that momentarily. What sessions that will be available as live streams, etc. Of course, as I mentioned, I'll show this to you momentarily on the Esri UC's website. You want to see, of course, what's included in registration and how to choose which method of attending would be better for you. The conference activities, the plenary session, trainings or demonstrations, engaging with sponsors, and networking with your peers. Just a list of the activities. The plenary sessions, of course, are led by Jack de Drummond, founder and the president of Esri. As I mentioned earlier, the theme of this year's conference is GIS, Mapping Common Ground. Really focusing during this session on how GIS and maps can help us communicate and collaborate to find common ground to solve the challenges of our world today. These sessions also involve presentations from Esri experts who will give attendees a look at the latest technology. Also, be inspired by special guest speakers and see what others across the globe are doing with the ArcGIS technology, what they're accomplishing across the myriads of industries that has been transformed and modernized by the technology. Join Esri experts, secondly, in the demonstration sessions or the training sessions to see what are the latest advancements in ArcGIS. You are able in this session also to get practical tips that you can apply to your own projects. These demonstration sessions I mentioned earlier are a must attend, where viewers can be trained in using different ArcGIS products of interest and ask questions specific to your projects during the Q&A section. Of course, we have Q&A sections at the end of each presentation. Thirdly, the conference would also provide the opportunity for attendees to meet on site with Esri sponsors and exhibitors and get your questions answered. So the sponsors will include the CityWorks, Trimble, ESO positioning system, Autodesk, etc. Some of which are partners of ours who will be in attendance, and all our customers who will be in attendance in person can get to ask questions about the products that they offer. One would want to seize the opportunity to see how they are impacting, these products are impacting their industries and discover GIS-powered products and services. Finally, in the listed activities, one of the things that the conference really facilitates is networking. The Esri User Conference offers many networking and collaboration opportunities with peers. Attendees will find thousands, untold thousands, that is, of other ArcGIS users or persons within the GIS field from the many and varied industries that would be present, that employ the use of ArcGIS, who face similar challenges that you might also face, and you can get to discuss with them how each would work through solving with geospatial solutions. And of course, the conference, though we love work and though we really are looking to be intrigued, inspired, informed, and ignited upon leaving the conference, there are some other activities that you can participate in, which the Esri 5K run walk, the virtual 5K run walk bike, the Esri Science Symposium, and as was mentioned earlier, the Thursday night party. Join fellow attendees along the San Diego waterfront, that's the scenic San Diego waterfront. Regardless of your pace, you can join along the pavement with the Esri user community by your side. Participants must be 18 years and over and are welcome to join for the 5K run walk, regardless of your pace. Of course, this is on July 13, 2022 at 6:30 a.m. And secondly, for the virtual 5K run walk, if you're unable to attend in person, you can participate in the 5K run walk bike. You and your family, your friends can join in fun with many across the world virtually who are doing the same run, walk, or bike anywhere for any distance that you want, anytime during the SVUC, and contribute to our virtual journey around the world. Thirdly, the Science Symposium is where you get to explore topics such as climate change adaptation, sustainability, and other topics, just to name a few. The Thursday night party. Of course, there will be, you can explore more about this on the website, and there will be a shuttle to take you to the park for this activity. There's no additional cost. This is complimentary to registration for those who will be in person. Of course, if you have children that you're taking with you, it is free to children 12 years and under. All right, so here are some resources for the presentation. Of course, majority of this, or all of this really, is from the conference, information from the conference website for some reference that you can explore to find further information. Before I go to the Q&A, Matthew, I want to just walk through quickly the registration. Right. So you can create a public account by clicking on the link, or you could just go directly to arcgis.com. You will be asked to sign in. And from there, you would get to create one with, you could sign up with Google for example. Let me cancel this one. And I've already gone ahead to create an account. My own personal account. Just log in. I created a public account by clicking the link that I showed earlier. So you could just go to Google and search in Google, create an ArcGIS public account, and it takes you to the page to create it. And I created one, I called it Grant. Password. So this is my public account. It's a free account that I was able to create, of course, free of cost, to create that account. Now, upon creating that account, I am able now to go to, use the registration link, or one could just go to Google and Esri UC User Conference. Esri User Conference 2022. And the conference information comes up. You can go directly to the main page, or you could just go to the registration page. Either could work. Once you're there, you are able to find out registration details to register. And once you're on the registration details page, you can click on it right here in the top right-hand corner. It gives you the option, tells you the date of the conference, gives you the option to register in person, register for digital access, register for the plenary sessions. Quickly, if you scroll down to see the registration options, you can see the different registration options and what are the advantages of registering using with these options. The plenary sessions only, this is if you have a public account, you could register for the plenary sessions only, and that's where you can stream to the plenary sessions from the comfort of your home, your office, wherever you are in the world. Secondly, the second tier is the digital access. It says $99 here, but if a person is current on maintenance, it's complementary to maintenance. So one wouldn't have to worry about this cost once you're on maintenance. Of course, you would also be able to access the plenary sessions led by Jack Dangermont, participate in over 65 live stream sessions, and these are the technical sessions. You can ask your questions during these sessions, view the sponsor exhibitor booth, join the virtual run walk, and you will be able to view the map gallery. The third tier is for a person to attend in person. Of course, this person attending in person would have the benefit of the plenary only and the digital access and more, as you see the ticks going down. Complete access, in other words, plenary sessions, technical workshops, the expo, health and fitness, of course, the run walk at San Diego, the morning yoga, for example, the map gallery, where you'll be able to physically browse the hundreds of maps that will be displayed, which would have been submitted by maybe some of you online and your peers all across the world. You get to see how they were able to solve challenges and using maps, using GIS, and the presentations that would come as a result. The Thursday night party, additional sessions, networking, connecting with your peers, asking questions, making connections that can last a lifetime, training opportunities, etc. All right, so I've already registered in person prior to this by signing in. Let me see if I'm signed in right now. Okay. So I'm signed in with my public account. So this is where I'll be able to register for the plenary sessions only. And because I'm already signed in, I've already signed into ArcGIS.com with my password. It comes across to the conference page. I fill out my name, country, etc. Just a simple process. Click to continue, and I get after I click to continue, an email is sent. After I've submitted to an email confirmation is sent to tell me that I've registered and it's pending approval. A person can also register. Once you're on maintenance, you can just you don't have to register. You don't need to register for plenary only, because you'll also get the plenary in the digital access and more. So you just click on digital access, follow the same process, and get registered. I've already registered in person and waiting. I've got my confirmation email and awaiting approval. What you'd also want to do is the in-person event, get more details on the Health Hub, Health and Safety Hub. You navigate to the health to read Esri's commitment to your safety, about the vaccination options, and how to download the app by clicking on the download app link here, which takes you directly to your app store, your Google Play Store. You verify status on site. This may be the option that will be available to us in the Caribbean. As I mentioned, I tried the clear pass, but I'm not getting through because it's not available to my country according to what I got. But I was waiting on the email from Esri, as was mentioned, and we'll just update you if there are any changes. Otherwise, once you're attending in person, just take your proof of vaccination and you can verify that at the help desk on site. You can view the agenda, detailed agenda, of course, to see the different sessions that will be available. There are no matching sessions as yet, so once they're published, then you'll be able to view them, pick up your badge, how to pick up your badge. And once you would have registered, they would have created a badge for you if you're attending in person, etc. So That's the website. And just to get back to my slide. And this here ends my presentation. And if there are any questions, we'll be glad to take them at this time. If those questions, we'll be glad to answer them. And if we have no answer to that question at the moment, then of course we could get back to you soonest with a response. Matthew, I hand over to you.
All right. Thanks, Lionel. Thanks for walking us through the sign-up process, reminding our wonderful colleagues here that, with a current maintenance program, they can get access to the event virtually. And if you have any questions, if anyone has any questions, they could always send an email to gistech@spatialvision.com. That's Lionel, and he will respond to you and help you with the process to sign up. Right. We only had one question this morning. However, if we have no more questions, what you shared was very clear. As I said, you can reach out to Lionel at gistech@spatialvision.com. Thank you for sharing the past 40 minutes with us, and we do hope that you have a great day and hope to see everyone at the Esri User Conference. Lionel will be there in person. If anyone here is going to be there in person, Lionel will be there in person as well. So if you're going in person, you can reach out to him and you guys can coordinate. While there, we'll have 2 members on the ground, be able to, walk you through, keep you company as we navigate. And I know that a few of our Caribbean clients are also receiving SAG awards. So you can go and see them. But thanks for the time. Have a great week, everyone. And look forward to seeing you at our next webinar at the last Wednesday in July, which would be a post-UC wrap-up based on what we learned and what we look to implement in our organizations going forward. Have a great day.